big news in the MMA world right now. As you all know, Khabib fought Dustin. Khabib won, as planned.
Yeah.
No surprise there, unfortunately. I was rooting for Dustin. I know you were too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Khabib won, so this leaves a big dilemma in the MMA community. Who Khabib fights next? Is it Tony? Is it the rematch with Conor? Is it GSP? So many options on the table. But yes, what do you think?
First of all, just on behalf of everybody in the MMA community, if you don't want Tony to fight Khabib next, then fuck you.
Big fuck you.
Yeah, the dude is on a 12-fight win streak. And let me just, I'm not gonna go overboard on this because this is a pure fact. These are the two greatest, and I mean greatest, lightweights that have ever stepped foot on this earth. They have to fight. This fight is not only for the rightfully owner of the 155 belt, it's for the greatest lightweight of all time. We have to see it. We absolutely have to. GSP cannot make 155. We have never seen that. There's no chance, no real scenario where he sticks around after it, any weight class, period. And McGregor, he doesn't deserve it. That's just face facts. He doesn't deserve it. What do you think? I don't even think Conor's in the conversation. He's not even in the conversation.
Man, I just have to agree with everything you just said. I think Tony and Khabib, arguably the two greatest lightweights of all time, they have to fight. Tony's on a 12-fight win streak. That's, am I mistaken, the most in the lightweight division?
Him and Khabib just tied it.
Tied it. So
again,
they're both 12 fights win streaks. Tony kind of got fucked for the interim title when he broke his leg doing interviews for the UFC. They stripped him of that, so he rightfully deserves this even more. And the guy just came back off of a layoff and fucked up Anthony Pettis, who just knocked out fucking Wonderboy. So I mean, come on, man. Enough bullshit, enough games. I know the Cowboy phase after that.
Yeah, no, but yeah, and then but then he tooled up Cowboy. So it's like, it's this guy's fighting, and it's not only that he's fighting, he is maiming people.
No, he is.
There's nobody that's, listen, people can say whatever they want. Oh, Cowboy won that first round. He maybe won a little bit of round 2. But if that fight kept going, it was getting stopped. Yeah. Regardless of Cowboy's eye or not, that was getting stopped.
And listen, I'm not trying to be biased because I'm a huge Tony fan. Oh, yeah. But I'm also a McGregor fan, and I mean, dude, I would love to see him come back and fight Khabib, but like, that's not the fight for him right now. He needs to get a win under his belt.
Yeah.
He has to get a win under his belt because he literally hasn't won since Eddie Alvarez. That was like 3 years ago now. Come on, man. You have to get a win under your belt. You can't come back and get a title shot just because you're just this huge superstar who makes so much money for the sport. Like, dude, there's so many fights out there for him besides Khabib, and like, you know what I mean, dude?
Khabib's just white hot, too. He just came off arguably the best performance of his career. Just about. I mean, yeah, pretty much was the most dominant. And do you think Khabib's the most dominant fighter in the UFC? Not the best, the most dominant in the way he fights. I think so. As far as dominance,
he fights, I guess.
Just because, like, there's nobody that wins a round.
Pound for pound, I'm still putting John Jones in the
yeah, no, definitely. But I'm just saying, like DJ was arguably the most dominant fighter you know what I mean, when he fought in the UFC. So I think it is Khabib right now, and it's kind of like an unstoppable force versus an immovable object, in which is Tony.
No, I hear you.
Because I heard people say this, to beat Khabib, you gotta be different. It's gotta be different, and Tony's that guy who's gonna push the pressure on Khabib, not the other way around.
Tony's style is just so different. Yeah. He's not like fighting anyone else, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's the X factor.
And the cardio is an X factor. Cardio is a weapon.
Yeah, he has the best cardio I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
And like, he never takes a back step. He's always moving forward, and he pressures you everywhere, fights good off his back. And someone like Khabib, when he gets you down, fighters usually crumble, but he's the opposite. He's good off his back, and in the words of Mr. Ferguson, defend or vacate.
Yeah.
Defend or vacate.
It is what it is, and it's funny because we've seen Tony fight multiple wrestlers. We're saying that we've seen first Kevin Lee. Tony consistently was getting taken down, hit with big shots, bigger shots than Khabib would hit, because we all know Kevin Lee's more powerful with his hands than Khabib. I don't want any argument on that. It's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Kevin Lee's not the level of wrestler, but he's a good wrestler. He kept taking Tony down, and then once he got into the 4th round, the elbows from the bottom took a toll, and that's what people don't get is Khabib's not just taking him down. When he gets Tony to the ground, and he will take Tony down, mark my words, he will, he's going to get his face sliced open. Like,
Tony Ferguson
has consequences.
Great wrestling background.
He does. He's a D1 wrestler.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't keep forgetting that. I mean, Dustin didn't have a wrestling background.
No, he didn't at all. He's an okay grappler.
Conor never had a wrestling background. But yeah, some of the guys Khabib had a wrestling background, but Tony's style is so different. So I mean, there's no argument there that we think Tony should be next for the title fight with Khabib. The argument that GSP is going to come back and fight Khabib just don't make sense because GSP said it himself. He was like, the reason why the UFC wouldn't make the deal in the first place is because they knew that if I beat Khabib, I wasn't fighting no one else. And if you do all that promotion and he beats Khabib
and walks off,
exactly
again,
fucks down. So that's not going to happen. And this whole idea of the Conor rematch, it's just not going to. It's just no fight. Dana might do it because he's a fucking retard, but no fighter / even the UFC fighters want to see Tony vs Khabib. No UFC fighter or UFC fan wants to see that. You know what I mean?
Nobody, it just wouldn't listen.
Except for the Conor fucking groupies, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think, listen, again, I think Khabib would win. I think McGregor would look better, but it wouldn't matter. I don't want to see, it's not even that,
it's not the time.
Yes, it isn't the time. If Tony fails, listen, and I don't think he will.
That will break my heart.
And it's not even that, this is arguably for the winner of Tony and Khabib could be the #1 on the pound for pound this snow. The one thing keeping, I think...
Is Tony even on the pound? He better
he's
be.
like he's in the top 10.
He better be, dude, because they treat him like shit, I feel.
Yeah.
Dana, after the Khabib fight, they're doing a press conference. Everyone's like, is Tony next?
Yeah, if he'll take it.
Dana's like, if he'll take it, but the Conor rematch is still there. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
But yeah, of course Tony's gonna take it. Offer the man his money.
Yeah.
Get him paid. He deserves to be in that spot. He is arguably, if Khabib wasn't undefeated, if Khabib even had one loss on his record, but was still the champion, most people would think Tony's the best in the world at that weight class. But because Khabib hasn't been beat.
And the fact that the fight was booked like 4 or 5 times and never happened.
Oh my god.
It makes it all the more like we need to see it, bro. Like we were in Boston when they did the press conference for it.
Yeah, 209.
Yeah, so I was like, come on, bro. We gotta make this happen, man. I'm tired of seeing fucking people fight Khabib and people fighting Tony, but they need to fight each other.
Yeah.
It needs to happen. It's gonna happen. Cross your fingers. They're gonna book a date, probably in late December, maybe September. You know, it's not September, sorry, in like January or something like that. But it's gonna happen, dude.
Imagine that to kick off 2020 would be Khabib versus Tony in January. That would be unbelievable. It would. That fight is going to change the outlook of MMA completely, and it'll I don't know, man. It'll be the significance of a change in era where the UFC finally makes the fights we want to see. They have been recently, and I like the trend, but I'm all out on the money fights. I'm all out on the super fights. I'm all in on the real fights.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like Nate Diaz said, this is the real shit. This is the real money fight right here. Tony Khabib, book it. No other questions. Nothing else should even be entertained. Nothing.
No, that's a fact. And we're gonna end it on this. What happens with Dustin?
He's gonna fight Conor McGregor. I believe that.
That's my prediction too. You heard it here first. The MMA countdown, motherfuckers.
Boom.